up, Martinez Squad? I just got back from Walmart buying all the ingredients we're going to need to make those amazing birria tacos. And if you like tacos as much as I do, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Without further ado, I'm not going to keep you waiting because I know you guys are just as hungry as I am. Let's get down to it. So what I picked up at the store is going to be 2.5 pounds of chuck pot roast. Everybody's going to tell you to get the chuck tender roast, but I promise you the chuck pot roast is much better. It's much more tender, and it's going to fall apart right in your mouth. You're going to need half an onion. I use yellow onion because I prefer the flavor, but you can use white onion as well. And you're going to need half a clove of garlic. You're going to need some chiles de árbol. If you don't have access to chile de árbol, you can use the japonés peppers. They work just as well, taste just about the same. And then you're going to need some New Mexico chili pods. Right there, New Mexico chili pods. And if you don't have access to New Mexico chili pods, California chili pods work just as good. Now, as far as seasonings go, you're going to need you some salt, pepper, meat tenderizer, garlic powder, onion powder, some bay leaves, and chicken bouillon seasoning. Now, I went ahead and prepared the meat already just so I can get the ball rolling. But what you're going to do is you're going to take your meat, you're going to season it with the salt, pepper, meat tenderizer, garlic powder, and your onion powder. Sprinkle it to your likings. Season it to your likings. I can't stress that enough. If you don't like too salty, don't put too much. If you don't like it not salty, put more. All to your liking, guys. Alright guys, here's what we're going to do. You're going to need a medium to large pot. This one's more of a medium, but it works just fine. It's going to fit our meat just fine. Now remember guys, this is 2.5 pounds of chuck pot roast, and that's enough to feed about 4 people. Now if you need more than that, just get a bigger pot. Put more meat in it. First we're going to start off with a little olive oil. Going to drop that right in there. You're going to take your meat, put it right in, both pieces. Just stick it right in the pan. Alright guys, so we're just going to be browning up the meat to add a little bit of flavor. Both sides real well. Alright guys, what we're going to do is we're going to brown up the meat in the pan. We're going to add your half an onion, and you're going to add your other half of garlic. Alright guys, here's what we're doing. We're browning up the meat inside the pot first so that you can get nice deep flavors in your meat. You're going to add your half of an onion, and you're going to add your half of garlic. Like I said, you just want to brown up your meat decently. We're not trying to cook it here guys, we're just trying to add a little bit of flavor to the meat. Now we're also just adding our garlic and we're adding our onion so that those can start getting a little bit roasted, and that'll add a lot of flavor to your meat guys. Alright guys, once you've got it browned up pretty decently, like I said, we're not trying to cook it here guys, we're just getting it brown in it to add a little bit of flavor. You're just going to go ahead and start dumping in some water. You want to completely submerge all the meat in water. Alright guys, so what we got here is we got our meat that we just browned. We got it completely submerged in water. We added our onion, we added our garlic, and we got 3 bay leaves in it. And that's all we're going to do for right now. We're going to let it boil for about half an hour. Alright guys, so here's what we're going to do. We got about a handful of the chile de árbol, which is about 10 to 15 chilies, and then we also got a handful of the New Mexico chili pods, which is another about 10 to 15 chilies. Now that is also subjective. If you don't like it too spicy, don't add this much. If you like it more spicy, you like the flavor of chili a little bit more than I do, go ahead and add more than that. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to take our chili and we're going to go ahead and take off all the stems and take all the seeds out of it. Alright guys, so this is what we're going to do. We're just going to take our chilies and we're going to add them straight into the water. And remember guys, if you start running low on water, just add some more. It's not going to hurt nothing. So just go ahead, throw all your chilies in there. Make sure you push them down in there. You want them to get completely stuffed into the water. Now remember guys, at this point, the meat's already been boiling for about 30 to 45 minutes. So just push them down in there, and that's it. And just let it keep boiling for about another half an hour, and we'll come back and we'll take the chilies out and I'll show you how to make the chili sauce. So after your chilies have been boiling for about half an hour, we're just going to take them out and stick them right in the blender. Now you're going to take a spoon or a cup, get a little bit of that water, stick it right in there as well. Now all we're going to add to this is a little bit of salt. A little bit of chicken bouillon. About a tablespoonful, maybe a little more. Now we're just going to blend it up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get our chili sauce that we just blended up, get you a metal strainer, stick it right over the pot. Now what helps the most is get some kind of spatula. We're just going to pour it straight into the strainer, into the pot. Get all the chili out of your blender. We're just gonna mix this chili straight into the pot. And that's all there is to it, guys. We're just gonna let that boil for another couple hours until your meat's really nice and tender. So we'll come back here in another couple hours. Look what your boy did. It's been another 2 hours that we were boiling, and your boy forgot the lid for 2 hours and made this freaking mess. Look at this. Dear God. So anyways, guys, this has been boiling for another 2 hours. Look at this meat. This thing's just falling apart completely. Look at this. Ridiculous. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pull it straight out. And we're going to stick it right on our cutting board over here. Get out all the pieces of meat. Look at that, falling apart. Can't even get it out of the freaking pot. So all we're gonna do here, we're just gonna grab pieces. Let's just start cutting. Look at that, falling apart, no problem. Should be this easy, guys. If you cooked it well enough and long enough, it should just fall apart just like that. Look at that, no force. I'm not even cutting the meat, I'm just pushing it apart. Look at that. If this doesn't make you hungry, you got more problems than one. Grab just a little bit of that juice from the pot. We're just gonna stick it right on that meat. Just give it a little bit more chili flavor. Make it stay nice and moist. Alright guys, we're just taking tortilla straight to the consommé. Grab all that chili right off the bottom. Slap it right in the fire. And just let your tortillas toast up just a little bit on the bottom. You're just going to grab some meat. Stuff it right in to the taco. Alright guys, you can put however much you want. Grab you a little bit of cheese, or a lot of cheese, whatever you prefer. You're just going to take this side, fold it right over the top, just like that. Now what we're going to do is grab just a little bit of that juice there, pour it right over the top. And just like that, that's how you make a birria taco. Look at that. Alright guys, so I already showed you how to put together the birria tacos. Now it's time for the consommé. Well, all the soup that your meat was boiling in, that's your consommé. And all you're going to do is take a scoop, Get some of the soup, pour it right into your bowl. The best part about the soup is you're never going to get all the meat out from taking the meat out to chop it up. So there's nice little chunks of meat inside the consommé. Now, once you're happy with the amount that you have, all you're going to do is you're going to take your cilantro, take some oregano, some onion, just add it all in there, a little bit of lime juice, whatever you like. You can do whatever you want to it. Well, there you have it, guys. That's how you make a birria taco dinner. And of course, any birria taco dinner wouldn't be complete without your agua fresca. Comment down below if you want to learn how to make this agua de melon. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one.